to learn to live the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Click the bell notification. It's all free. So yesterday I was showing you that I replaced all the seals and added a new seal here to the wood stove so it wasn't pulling in any oxygen. I did it to the door here. I'm very happy with how well that sealed up. I can't slide a dollar bill up under there anymore. And it works so well that I decided to go ahead and take the window out because I don't need the window anymore now the door's all sealed up. So that worked out really well. I was actually thinking that I could seal up this regular door just as well, and then I could take the window out of the door also. Obviously I'm being sarcastic. No, I was reading the instructions to the wood stove and it said to remove the glass, to check the seal in between the glass and the window also, and I did the dollar bill thing and I could slide the dollar bill right out. So I added a new gasket seal there, and I guess I over tightened it or something and the glass cracked. So I had to get a new piece of glass. It should be here within a week. It said 3 to 5 business days, and that was just horribly expensive. It was $211 for that piece of glass. I'm just devastated by it. I mean, I was just doing everything I could to be careful and make sure that the wood stove was going to operate right and do all the maintenance, and I was doing everything I was supposed to be doing, and I broke it. So I guess it happens. It's frustrating. I was going to buy an electric wood splitter this month, and we decided against it because we just didn't want it. And that, I thought, hey, there's a savings of $300. We had planned on spending $300 and decided not to spend the $300, so hey, for us. Well, then I just went ahead and spent $211 for a piece of glass. Frustrating. Criticizing anybody when I say this, but I see people spend money on their exercise routine, going to fitness clubs and gyms and that kind of thing. The couple that we got all this firewood from, what, 3 cords or so, I don't know, the last month or two, they're into exercise gyms and all that, doing yoga. And they spend, I'm sure, hundreds of dollars a month on it, taking all that time and effort away from their day to do the exercising. But Carolyn comes out here every day. I mean, I do it when I can. There's a lot for me to do in a day. But she comes out here 2 or 3 times a day and splits all this firewood. The bulk of this firewood from the tarp here all the way up to here, she did with the manual log splitter. And that's quite a bit of effort once you have to put some torque behind that and carrying the logs back and forth. I mean, it's a great exercise routine for her. So she's done all that. She got all this over here split and stacked. So I mean, just imagine how much exercise she's getting from that without having to go out and spend money. We're actually making money by doing this. I mean, this is money. I've heard that wood prices have doubled this year. So what was a $75 per load last year is now $150 this year. Of course, she does the laundry by hand. So I mean, all this exercise just by living and being happy. Again, I'm not criticizing. I'm glad people are getting their exercise. It's just sad that we live in a society now where you have to spend money to be healthy. In the olden days, they were healthy because they ate well, they went out and did yard work and garden work and firewood work. And now we can't even figure out why we're unhealthy nowadays. I made a video the other day and I talked about natural healing and natural health care, natural vitamins. And there was a lot of criticism towards me that I was giving bad advice and that we need to go to the doctors. And one guy claimed to be a doctor. I know he wasn't because every word he spelled was misspelled and the punctuation was terrible. But he had to tell me how dumb I was, and he had to claim that he was intelligent so I would believe him. And he felt like I was giving bad medical advice and that I could be sued for medical malpractice and all this crud. It just amazes me how people refuse to believe that natural living is healthy. I just don't even understand where we can get to a point in our society where we believe that sitting on the couch, eating potato chips, watching the football game is healthy as long as we go to the doctor. But coming out here, doing the gardening, doing the firewood, taking care of the chickens is unhealthy. It's just absolutely incredible to me. So as you know, I have been working on my corn garden for next year. Man, the deer are just really stomping this apart. Before I get into this, somebody commented the other day about deer. I was saying that there's deer tracks in the garden. And somebody says, you know, deer eat corn. Yeah, I know deer eat corn. Everybody knows deer eat corn. As a matter of fact, I used to have a corn feeder, and the deer would come and eat on it in my last property. We rented a piece of property, and we just did it for entertainment. The question you have to ask yourself is, if deer eat corn, why is there corn on the planet? According to some of these people that comment, they act like that you can't do something because wildlife is going, or something is going to hamper your ability to do it. It's strange to me how this mentality has come about in the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years. Basically speaking, you can't grow corn because of deer. But if you drive through Iowa, and you see, and northern Missouri, and you see thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of acres of corn growing, I'm thinking, man, if folks are right, then the population of deer should just overtake the human race. I mean, why are we even growing corn? How do we get corn into our house? How do we make bread? How do we do anything? Because obviously the deer are eating all the corn, right? There's such simple solutions to these big problems that people talk about. And I replied back to one of these commenters and said, yeah, I guess I shouldn't raise chickens either because raccoons like to eat them. How did they do it 100 years ago? Why are we acting like this is all new technology? You know, we're going to go to the moon. No, it can't go to the moon. We don't have a rocket. You know, it's incredible. But the deer problem is not an issue at all. What you do is you get a little radio, AM radio, and you plug it into the inverter, your solar panels. It doesn't use a lot of electricity, just very little electricity, and a little AM radio. Hard to find anymore, actually. And you put it out here, you cover it up in a plastic bin, and you play AM radio all day long, all night long. And it'll keep all the wildlife gone. I know the nights that I run the generator overnight, we go to the grocery store too late and we have to run the generator overnight because we got to get the food to freeze. So we'll run the generator. We don't have any raccoon problems on the trail cam at night on those days. Noise keeps animals away. And so that's what you do here. I mean, my grandparents raised corn, my dad raised corn, and that's what they did. But yeah, there's a lot of deer tracks here. It's odd because usually I can see the deer around here. They're just everywhere. And for the last several months I haven't seen them, but since I tilled this up, the deer have really stomped around on it. But I just recently put chicken manure on this, and so I'm really thinking this is going to be nice and fertilized. I might be able to get another one in. You're supposed to put the fertilizer, the chicken manure, down in the fall time, so right now is the best time. I got a little bit more in there. I don't know, I may save that for next time. I don't know. We got fertilizer on it. You can see the straw, I'm sure, with that was mixed in with the fertilizer. The reason I bring this up is because today I got my seeds. Got them for 27 bucks for, I think, 800 seeds. I'm not a sponsor of this company or anything. I'm just showing you the package because that's what they came in. It's called West Coast Seeds. So there's 400 per package. It got 800 seeds. And I did the math, and I think that's like 120 pint jars of corn that I should get from these. This is peaches and cream. I was really happy with the price. I'd actually forgotten I'd ordered them. I ordered them, what, a week or two ago? And they came in today, and I could hear them in the box. And I said, Carolyn, did you order seeds? And she's like, no, I didn't order seeds. And so we were confused. And then we opened them up. Oh yeah, they're peaches and cream, so they're hybrid corn, so they'll be sweet corn. I told you in yesterday's video that I've been watching Living on a Dime videos. Her and I communicate all the time. And she said something in one of her videos that I didn't know until, of course, I watched it. She suggested that heirloom seeds, which reproduce, hybrids do not reproduce. So peaches and cream here is a hybrid seed. So I can't take the corn from it and replant it. I won't get peaches and cream. I might get peaches or I might get cream, you know, whatever two plants they use to create the hybrid. But I won't get this flavor again. So I got to buy these each year. But then if you get heirloom seeds, they're just a one flavor. They're not hybrids. They're just one species of corn or any plant. And you can replant those. So you take the seeds and you replant them the next year. But what she said was, and I didn't know this, is heirloom seeds are very susceptible to bugs. So you're gonna have to use a lot of pesticides to control the bugs. And of course, if you're storing heirloom seeds because you're worried about a crisis where there may not be any bug spray, heirlooms may not produce very well because of that. So she's suggesting stockpile on heirlooms, which makes good sense actually. You freeze them. Of course, we don't have a freezer. That's our biggest problem, is we don't have a freezer. But if you have a freezer, you can freeze them and you can store them for several years in the freezer. So Carolyn said this morning that, how can you be excited about 3 seasons at the same time? She was saying that she's excited about fall because of the fall colors. I mean, they're starting to already change now. And then winter, she's excited about winter to see how we do in with the wood stove. Of course, you know, with the missing window, that should help improve things. But then she's excited about next spring to get the corn and stuff going. It's nice to have a future that's not dreadful. I know that my life was pretty dreadful from probably 2011 to 2017. I just didn't really have much insight or future or happiness. It was like, okay, I get to go to work every day. But now we're looking forward to seasons and a future. Very happy time. I hope I can inspire you to be happy to look forward to your future. Thanks for watching.